Hi everyone, my name is Rajiv Pauray, and today we're here with Jim, Wolf's Den Customs in Orlando, Florida, and he'll be speaking about what he does in the shop.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jim, founder and CEO of Wolf's Den Customs here in Orlando, Florida. You can find us on Instagram at wolfsdencustoms_, and my personal Instagram is Jim_super_.
What does Wolf's Den do?
So Wolf's Den is a auto care and customization facility here in Orlando, Florida. We do everything from detailing, paint correction, ceramic coating, paint protection film, and then we do customization, wraps, PPF, wheels, suspension, exhaust, tuning. We do a lot of supercars. We find ourselves in that market, my client base, but we work on all types of cars.
So anyone looking to inquire about doing any of those items, where can they meet?
We're on Google. You can
call
our number. You can reach out to us on Instagram, and we set you up for a consultation, and you can go from there.
So Jim, how did you start off your business in the car shop business?
So I've been in the auto industry for a long time. Growing up, I worked in new car stores.
Yes.
I was a salesman at 17. My stepdad was a general manager of a new car dealership. I got into car sales, found out I was good salesman.
Yeah.
And kind of had a passion for cars. I've always been into cars. So started off my younger years selling cars and learned finance, and eventually became my own business owner in the auto industry. So I would buy wholesale cars off of the new car stores, fix them up and resell them. That's when I got the life experience of fixing kind of pre-owned vehicles.
Yes.
I learned how to do a little bit of body work, change wheels, brakes, the basics of it. And I've always been in the business since then, since my younger years. I was in Massachusetts. I owned a small wholesale lot in Massachusetts, just selling cast cars. And then I went to New Hampshire before moving down here to Florida 7 years ago.
Okay, nice.
So when I moved down, I got into the same industry down here. Got a job selling cars, became a manager, opened my own car dealership, and then just kind of lost I lost my love for selling cars, for dealing with the rigmarole of the car industry. So I had some other investments I was working on. I was flipping houses and doing construction, so I went with that for a few years before Corona happened. So Corona happened, I was doing commercial remodeling, hotels, nightclubs, restaurants. And obviously everything got closed down. So my business felt the pressure. All of my clients were closed, so therefore they weren't paying their bills, or they weren't paying on invoices. So I had to think of something to start generating some cash.
So you pivoted. You pivoted in that point in your time.
Yes, during COVID, that's what I think a lot of business owners did. COVID put us all in a tight spot. So the ones that ended up doing very well post-COVID are the ones who learned how to move laterally. So I did. I invested in a few cash businesses, started doing t-shirts, started cutting hair at a barbershop, and then at the barbershop, I came up with the idea to start cleaning cars, detailing cars while you get your haircut. So it was kind of a full spectrum service. You come in on a Friday before you go out before you go on a date. You get your car detailed, get a haircut at the same time. It did very well right away. It was a great idea. And that turned into a mobile detailing business, which turned into a wrap shop, PPF, now a full-blown customization shop 2.5 years later. So
oh wow, that's really amazing.
It all happened organically.
So that was a dream you had pretty much from point A to
I started to realize that it was doable. We were busy right away. So being that I have a pretty strong following on social media, I started launching new ideas for services. So I would say, hey, if I did wraps, would you guys wrap your car with me? Put a story on Instagram. Yes, yes, yes. okay, let's offer wraps. So I started just, kind of testing the market and the services that I offer. And the more I offered, the more I sold. So
customers, yeah.
Here we are.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. That's great. That's a great beginning.
Yeah.
Another question: what advice would you give someone starting out in this time in the business?
Starting a business in the day and age we live in now, few things. Originality. There's a lot of, we're in a day and age where it's cool to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's cool to be a business owner. You want to get on social media, say you own businesses, but you haven't come up with an actual idea for a business. So what I see a trend of is people are trying to replicate what another business does. I feel it in my business a lot, actually. So I have people that follow me that want to open a wrap shop or a PPF shop or a customization shop because they see what someone else does, but their heart's not in it.
Yeah.
The foundation of becoming an entrepreneur or a business owner is you have to find where there's a problem and you have to solve that problem.
Correct.
So I found a market, the market that I'm in, the supercar market. There was a lack of an amount of shops that worked on these cars, being like liability reasons, and the smaller shops didn't take these on, and if they did, they wanted to charge astronomical prices. So I saw kind of a gray area.
Okay.
If I could find the right quality staff, I can offer the services for supercars at a fair price.
Correct.
Just because you own a Lamborghini doesn't mean you have to pay 4 times what everyone else charges. And there are some shops that can do that, and they do. They charge whatever price, way higher than the market because they work on supercars. And I see that there's more of there's more liability involved, and there should be more costs, but it doesn't have to be astronomical. So we found a sweet spot to fall into, and we ran with it. So for a business owner business owner starting out, I would say, find an original idea, something that you think would work, and make sure it's something that's actually scalable. Get input from other business owners, from entrepreneurs, and test the theory.
Okay.
And that's what I've done with a lot of guys, Sanjay, and Mike, and all the successful guys in Orlando. I threw these ideas at them first. I said, what do you think of this? If I was to offer this, how should I go about it? And be like a sponge.
Yeah, learn
Take
everything.
in as much as you can from people more successful and smarter than you.
Smarter than you, okay. Also, another question, what regret did you have while going through your process for the business?
What regret do I have? I don't want it to sound any kind of way, but I don't have any regrets. I have gone balls to the wall since day one.
Just hustling, working hard.
I'm a A-type man. When I set my mind to something, I set my mind to it and I do it. So I can say that even the mistakes that I've made in the process, I needed to make at that time, which I learned from.
Yes.
So I would say I don't honestly regret anything about it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good one though. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, what motivates you during the day to keep you going?
Family. I am more than a business owner, more than an entrepreneur, more than a veteran. Everything else that I've done in my life, I'm a husband.
Yeah.
I'm a husband. I'm a father to 3 beautiful children. So that's my motivation. Every day. I get choked up just thinking about it, but I do it all for them. So at the end of the day, I grew up in a good home. My mother loved me, but I didn't have a father figure. So my goal as a young man growing up was I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a husband. I wanted to be a leader in my family. So at every point of every day, money doesn't mean shit to me.
That's a great motivation.
Success, popularity, it's all overrated. It's not real.
For your family.
It's, when you have a motivator like family, they say, what is your why? My why is my family, you know? So every day I work as hard as I can, and I'm relentless in the things that I do to, make sure that my family never has to worry.
Yeah, that's a great motivation.
Yeah, it's the most genuine motivation there is, when you're working for something. It's different when you're a single guy, you're motivated by money, material things, jewelry, cars. For me, I don't see any value in that. I like nice stuff. I do appreciate fine things, but at the end of the day, I'm okay living in a cardboard box as long as my family's good. That's my real motivation, and the other stuff is just additional.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Another question is going to be, what's your definition of the American dream?
My definition of the American dream, peace. You know, like to me, the ultimate dream is to live in the beautiful country that we live in. You know, obviously I'm a veteran, I serve my country.
Thank you very much for
that. You know, being able to live free, you know, like do the things that you want to do, go the places you want to go, and just have the opportunity to to live free. You know, like for me, I don't really aspire. If the day comes that I am in a super rich position, that's cool.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just a level of comfort.
Yeah.
Right? Knowing that I can wake up in the morning, eat breakfast with my family, kiss my kids goodbye, go work, have a good living, and then come home and know that we're not worried. You know, we're not concerned about paying bills or concerned for our safety or, you know, concerned for our livelihood. If all of that can happen, that's the American dream for me.
When did you buy your first exotic car?
So I don't own a exotic car.
Okay.
I don't own a Lamborghini or a Ferrari currently. I have never saw the need to purchase one for myself. Obviously, I have the freedom to be able to drive them, to enjoy them whenever I want. But for me, I'm always with my family.
Correct.
So I don't, you know, I don't have the opportunity to leave and go away for the weekend. And, you know, I always have because I have young kids at this point. So for us, our exotic cars, you know, G-Wagons and Range Rovers and SUVs, Lamborghini Urus, I mean, but it's not a true exotic car in my opinion. We drive family Highline cars.
Yeah, that's still nice.
Yeah.
Cars.
So
nice.
After all these years, you know, I just was in a position where I can do these kind of things at 37 years old.
Yeah.
So I never wanted to overcommit myself. You know, some guys want to make a little bit of money and then finance things. I don't believe in, you know, financing.
Yes.
Now, the position that I'm in now. So I don't believe in going and financing something and committing to a $2,000 or $3,000 payment.
Yeah.
I told myself when I get to the point where I can buy something cash, then I'll buy it.
Yes. Okay.
We're still there.
Yeah. That's great. That's great advice. So in investing in a higher end car, is there a possibility to make profit on the cars, in your opinion?
There is. So there's a few types of supercar owners. There's, you know, your enthusiasts. I cater to all types, so I've kind of figured out how it works. Your enthusiasts that want to drive fast, go hard, drive loud cars and speed down the highway and go to the track. And then you have the guys that buy them as investments, specifically the Ferrari model. Ferrari client base, they set the clients up to be able to make substantial amounts of money on their cars because they only release a limited amount of them.
Okay.
So by doing that, if you can get in, you can purchase a vehicle a year from now, 2 years from now, once they're not available anymore, obviously the market goes up on them. So you have your supercar investors that buy them as an investment, and then you have your enthusiasts.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So there's a way to go for everybody.
That's great for someone looking to do that type of stuff. You know, a younger person, entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, right, as an entrepreneur, there are far better ways to invest your money.
Of course.
If you're looking for an investment, obviously real estate is a safe go-to.
Yes, definitely. It's tangible.
We've dabbled in real estate. We've dabbled in a few other things, and I've found that, you know, this is a blue collar style business. This just kind of blew up. This happened through hard work, dedication, but even more than that, branding and networking. And like, this is network. This business is all network. My clients are all business owners, entrepreneurs, real estate agents, all kinds of self-employed people that enjoy these cars. So I use this network. That's the thing about becoming known or getting brand awareness in business, is that you formulate a network of people. The network that I have now, I'm confident, like I can do anything I want to do at this point because you know enough people that are in every market. So it's great.
That's great. Also, another question. So where do you see your business between 5 to 10 years down the road?
5 to 10 years from now, I would see quite a few more shops. Being that we've grown the way we have, and we've got kind of this this reputation behind our name. I think that there's other markets that also would benefit from the way that we operate. You know, we're kind of like a supercar guys club.
Yes.
Right. So we do events, we do rallies, we do dinners, lunches. I linked up with Ankush, he owns Supercar Social.
Yeah.
And we started doing auto lifestyle together.
Yes.
So we do more like networking and marketing events for supercar owners, supercar clients.
Okay.
So I see growing that. I think it could be something really good. Mix it in with charities and businesses or supercars and customizing them and giving back to charity and doing lifestyle enjoyment events. That's kind of my goal thus far.
Okay, that's great. Would you say you are a risk taker, and if so, why or why not?
Yes, I'm a extreme risk taker. I come from humble beginnings, so I feel like the only thing that kind of got me out of that situation was getting out of my comfort zone, taking risks, doing things that were out of the norm. So once I realized that started to work, taking risks, they worked out, I think I do a little too much. If you ask my wife, she says, I'm the risk taker, she's the comfortable one, the safety keeper. You know, she wants to dial it down, make sure we're comfortable. Me, I'm always in a constant state of discomfort. So if I feel like I'm getting comfortable and things are working out too much, I want to take a risk to get to the next level.
But that's the entrepreneur, right? You gotta try to get out your comfort zone, right? You would recommend, right?
True. So like that was kind of our original thing when we started. We used to always say wolves, not sheep. So we had shirts that said wolves, not sheep. We stopped making them because there's actually a brand called Lions, Not Sheep.
Okay.
But I started this before that. We used to say like a wolf mentality. So risk takers, people that want to step out of the box and do things that are out of your comfort zone. And there's people that are comfortable in what they do and have an employee mentality, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
We can't all be entrepreneurs. If we're all entrepreneurs, then there's no employees for the entrepreneur's business, right? So for me, I'm just more of the risk taker type, and I like it that way, and it's always worked out thus far. So.
Yeah, that's great. So say someone's watching the video and they're looking at opening up a business or some sort they're passionate about, but they're just scared, or they don't want to take that risk. What would you say to that person that wants to make that step but they're still comfortable? How would they move in that position? I
would say, make sure it's well thought out. Not all business ideas are actually ones that are going to work. I think that I had to fail a lot before I got to the point that I'm at now. So my first 4 or 5 business ideas and businesses that I started failed. Okay. And I had to know that failure to be able to appreciate the success now. Correct. And if I didn't know that sting and that pain of having to humble myself and go back to work after chasing my dream and having it fail, which I've done half a dozen times. I've been starting my own business since I got out of the military, and 15 years ago. So I realized I wanted to be self-employed, but landscaping company and construction company and drywall company and all the other things that I've done. T-shirt company. I mean, I've done it all at this point. But definitely make sure that it's a business idea that's going to work by testing it, and make sure you're prepared to not make any money for at least a couple of years, because money's not guaranteed when you're self-employed. You don't have a check to fall back on, so you got to make sure you're set up in the right position, or at least you have the backing to be able to take that jump. Okay, all right, that's great. All right, guys, so that's it. Just Jimmy, Wolf's Den Customs in Orlando, Florida. So if you need anything, reach out to him, and he'll be happy to help you out. Thanks, guys.